Tell me that no matter what happens, just stay calm. You know what? And think cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Because I'm going to sue everybody. So I wrote to an online lawyer. I lived here for 3.5 months, but the landlord who lives next door is now pretending he did not know I was his tenant's roommate. Pretending. Okay? My tenant at will roommate moved out, but the rent is paid up until May 30th. The fact that I had a verbal agreement with my former roommate means that I was part of this landlord's tenant equals how can the police ever view me as a mere trespasser in this type of situation? Wouldn't you think that since I have proof that I paid rent to my former roommate every month, proof that he responded to my Craigslist ad and relentlessly pursued me until I agreed to become his roommate, and proof that I changed my address with Social Security to this address, that the police would fucking view this as a civil matter and leave me the fuck alone so that I can pack up my stuff and try to get out of here ASAP? This landlord who hates me committed a crime 3 days ago and called 911 in order to try to get me unlawfully evicted equals I fear him. Understandably so. I actually begged my former roommate, who obviously didn't care about my heartfelt pleas and is here right now moving out the rest of his stuff, to please just wait until the end of the month to completely move out, i.e. to not leave me alone here like a sitting duck at the mercy of evil that will stop at nothing to remove me from his property. Because I knew that since the landlord views me as scum, he would likely enforce his right to come in here whenever he wants to and harass me, now that my roommate was no longer here. The police who interrogated me for an hour last Thursday are siding with the landlord, who for all I know could be calling the police right now to come and break their word, because they've said I'd have to the end of the month, by forcibly removing me as a trespasser, even though there is no court order. I am disabled. I have been deceived, misled by everyone all along, so why would I expect to happen what my friends and even online lawyers and Yahoo Answers people promised would be the case? That the police would not become involved, that this landlord would have to evict me via the court system, that I would at least get a few measly days to get out of here in peace after so many people had promised me that this fucking prick landlord would have to treat me like a tenant and go through the courts to evict me, especially since it's my word against his. My roommate told me from the beginning that his landlord knew he was getting a roommate. Even my roommate's female friend told me over the phone before I moved in here that my roommate could not afford to live here on his own. She also backed up my roommate's own declaration that he had had a roommate before. I 100% believe that it's the landlord who was lying, not my roommate. The landlord told me that when he found out about my roommate's last roommate, he threw her out. I have her full name. I could find out the truth from her and use it as a part of my lawsuit against my roommate's landlord, and the police. If the police just come here today and forcibly remove me, like I'm sitting here fearing might happen. I'm psychologically disabled and I've been absolutely traumatized by this entire experience. I was blindsided by my former roommate, a man I believed cared about me, and I did nothing wrong. Nothing. I intend to sue everyone after this is over with, but it is the holiday weekend and I have to actually make it through this first. All alone and terrified. I also have a little dog here with me. Nothing that even various online lawyers have told me is going to comfort me when I'm dealing with a man who couldn't even tolerate giving me a measly 8 days to leave here, so committed a crime and tried to get me unlawfully removed from his property 3 days ago. Please help me. What can I even say to the cops if they went back on their word and did the unthinkable to me today because they believe the landlord came out as a trespasser on his property? This has to be some kind of joke. The only thing I was guilty of was naivete. Last time I checked, being naive and trusting the general goodness of people is not a crime. There is no police. What can I say to the police to make them understand that I didn't do anything wrong? I thought this was my home. I thought this was my home. I thought this was my home. I thought that when I told my roommate I was moving out, he'd decide to move out too. I would have ample time to find a new home for me and my dog. Why should I be punished with everything, even the fact that the landlord lived right next door? Introduced himself to me as the landlord. Hey, you must be Spoby's new roommate. I'm the landlord. If you need anything, just ask. Caused me to believe that this was my home. Of course the landlord is going to now. He thought it was his tenant's girlfriend or family member. the landlord is a liar who wants me off his property. But how sick if the police actually listen to him and come here and arrest me.